All right, let's talk about something we've all been through, getting injured. But what if I told you that the advice you've been following your whole life, advice we've all been following, is actually outdated? Well, we're going to break down the new science that is completely changing the game. Let's get right into it.
So picture this. You're out for a run, maybe playing a game with friends, or you just step off a curb the wrong way, and bam, you feel that sudden, sharp pain of a sprain or a strain. Yeah, it's a feeling we unfortunately know all too well.
And what's the first thing that pops into your head? It's probably the Rice method, right? Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. I mean, it's been drilled into us for decades as the absolute go-to for injuries. But here's the twist. What if that classic advice, especially the whole ice it immediately part, is actually getting in the way? What if it's fighting against your body's amazing natural ability to heal itself? Because the latest science says that's exactly what might be happening. That's right. Our whole approach to soft tissue injuries has been getting a major upgrade, and it's all based on a much deeper understanding of how our bodies actually repair themselves. We're shifting away from just trying to stop the damage and moving towards actively promoting high-quality, long-term healing. And you can actually see our thinking evolve over time, right here. It's pretty cool. We started with just ice. Simple. Then we realized, okay, let's add rest, compression, and elevation, and we got rice. Then came price, adding P for protection. Then we figured out that total rest isn't always good, so R became optimal loading for police. And that brings us to today, and the most complete approach yet, peace and love. And just so we're all on the same page, when we talk about a soft tissue injury, we mean damage to things like your muscles, ligaments, or tendons. You know, the classic sprains and strains from either a single event or from overuse over time. So the moment you get hurt, what should you actually do? Well, you can forget rice. The new gold standard for those first 1 to 3 days is peace. Think of this as your immediate action plan. First up, P is for protect. For those first few days, you've got to take it easy and restrict movement in that injured area. You're basically giving your body a little grace period to start the healing process without you accidentally making it worse. Next, E is for elevate. This one is still a classic for a reason. By getting that injured limb up above the level of your heart, you're just using good old gravity to help drain away some of that excess fluid and keep the swelling in check. Okay, now this next one is a huge one. A stands for avoid anti-inflammatories. I know, it's so tempting to pop an ibuprofen, but hear me out. That initial inflammation, it's not the enemy. It's actually your body's first responders, the cleanup and repair crews, rushing to the scene to get the job done. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The British Journal of Sports Medicine put it very clearly, inhibiting inflammation using medications may negatively affect long-term tissue outcomes. In other words, if you blunt that initial response, you could be compromising your healing down the road. The C stands for compress. A little light pressure from a bandage or a sleeve can be really helpful. The goal here isn't to cut off circulation, but just to provide some gentle support and help limit that swelling from getting too out of hand. And the final E is for education. This one's all about you. It's about trusting that your body is incredibly smart and knows how to heal. The aim isn't some magic overnight fix. It's about creating the perfect conditions for your body to build back stronger. Okay, so you've given your injury some peace for the first couple of days. So what's next? Well, after that initial phase, it's time to show those healing tissues some love. This is what guides the rest of your recovery. The L in love stands for load. Yep, the days of just sitting on the couch for a week are over. We now know that gradually putting some load back on the tissue actually helps it repair and remodel itself. The key is to let pain be your guide. Listen to your body. Next up, O is for optimism. Now, this might sound a little touchy-feely, but it's backed by solid science. Your brain is a powerful tool in your recovery. Research shows that having a confident, positive mindset is genuinely linked to better, faster outcomes. Then we have V for vascularization, which is just a fancy way of saying get your blood flowing, starting some pain-free cardio. Think swimming or gentle cycling pumps more blood to the injury site. And that blood is carrying all the good stuff, the oxygen and nutrients that your tissues need to rebuild. And the last E is for exercise. This is all about specific, targeted movements. These exercises are crucial for getting back your full mobility, your strength, and your balance. This is the stuff that really makes you resilient. and helps prevent that same injury from happening all over again. Okay, let's circle back to medication for a second. We said to avoid it at first, but that doesn't mean you need to be in agony. It's really about being smart, using pain relief at the right time and in a way that helps, not hinders, your recovery.
So what's the magic number? 48. 48 hours. That is the minimum time you should wait before even thinking about taking an anti-inflammatory medication like an NSAID. You've got to give that crucial first phase of healing a chance to do its job.
And when you do decide you need some pain relief, the current guidelines suggest starting with topical versions, the creams or gels you rub right on the skin. Why? Because it targets the inflammation right at the source, with way fewer side effects for the rest of your body compared to taking a pill. Now, obviously, Peace and Love is fantastic for managing those common, more minor injuries on your own. But, and this is so important, you absolutely have to know when to recognize the red flags that mean you need to see a doctor. Please pay close attention here. If the area looks obviously deformed, if you literally can't put any weight on it, if the pain is severe, or if the injury involves your head, neck, or spine, go get professional help. Same thing goes for concussion symptoms or any injury that just isn't getting better. Don't try to tough it out. Get it checked. So here's what it all comes down to. Taking care of an injury isn't just about gritting your teeth and throwing a bag of ice on it anymore. It's an active, intelligent process where you work with your body's incredible ability to heal. You only get one body. So the next time you have that sprain or strain, ask yourself, are you going to treat it with yesterday's advice or with tomorrow's science?